Here is assignment 2. This is your year plan assignment. And again, if you go to Blackboard, assignment information, I'll just go back. Here it is, assignment 2, year plan, and then all of the documents that I'm going to be talking about are underneath there. Okay, so let's look at the description of the rubric. So it is a group assignment and all members will receive the same grade. So basically, you know that year planning is the essential process for teaching. Creating year plans will ensure you cover curricular outcomes while maintaining a sense of direction for your subject. This plan is a continuous work in progress and will need analysis and reflection each year and throughout your career. So even as if you create a year plan as a teacher, there are going to be things that will shift and change. Eventually, after you've taught something for 10 or 20 years, you pretty much can tell how long things are going to take. But at the beginning, you might think it's going to take 2 weeks, and it ends up taking you 6. So think about it as a living, breathing, flexible document. So your assignment is to include an Alberta Program of Studies music concepts and skills verbatim, again, verbatim, just copy and paste on the year plan template. If you have a kindergarten placement for this practicum, please use the grade 1 concepts and skills. Use the required, there's a little star, and elective, which are unmarked, concept skills for your grade. And I'll show you the program of studies in a minute. Include any concepts or skills from previous grades that you know your students have not obtained or you feel are essential to continue in your grade. So again, actually, let's just go, can I find it? Where is my PDF? Hang on here. Nope. Hang on. Okay, I found the PDF of the music curriculum. So unlike the English language arts curriculum, the music curriculum is only, can you see, 15 pages long for grade 1 to 6. So it is not a massive curriculum like some of your other subjects. Again, it starts with some rationale, some philosophy, which it is important to read through. I want you to also look at the date that it was written. Wow, it was written a long time ago. A lot of things have changed, so you will not see much in this curriculum, in this program of studies that talks about digital or anything to do with recording and things like that, because it was written in 1989. Woohoo. Okay, here are some general learner expectations. You'll see on the template, which I'm going to show you in a minute, that I want you to include these general learner expectations because I think it's important that you have a sense of what the overall is. It's that backwards design, right? So this will be included in your template. So when we get into here are your specific learner expectations. So you have concepts, which are things like rhythm, melody, harmony, form, and expression. You have skills, which you want them to be able to sing, play instruments, listen, move, read, and create. And then attitudes. Basically, you want them to have a positive attitude towards music. Okay, so here we go. So this is what I was talking about. So if you are in grade 2, let's say, this is what I was alluding to by include everything that has a star by it. But what you want to do is look here for, if it's a dot, it's a new concept. The concept is being introduced in that grade. If it's an arrow, you should continue this concept all the way through the grade. So if you're teaching grade 6, your students should know all of this information until they get to here. These would be your new concepts. So if you forget, there's the little code underneath here. So this is required. This is a level at which a concept or skill is intended to be learned, and this is continued use and development. So again, if you're teaching grade 4, the new concepts that you would be teaching would be number 14, number 15, number 16. And what I want you to do is, even if it's not in grade, so say you're teaching grade 5, even though it doesn't have a star by it for this year plan, I want you to include the ones that don't have any stars. So 17, 18 would also be included, as well as 19. Okay, so anytime you have a dot under your grade, I want you to include those. However, if you know that your grade 5s probably don't know a lot of the different rhythm patterns, then you might want to go back and catch some of these that were introduced in previous grades. Okay, so they have basically 1 or 2 pages for each of the elements and the skills. So you'll have some for melody, you'll have some for harmony. So again, if you are teaching grade 3, here are your 3 dots, and then you would include number 5, 6, and 7. And I would include those particular numbers on the year plan. So again, that's just so that you kind of know what's happening in here. Okay, so you're going to, on number 2, you're going to choose some daily work. So what are you going to kind of do every day as a music teacher? Are you going to work on rhythm? Are you going to do drumming? Are you going to do lots of singing? Are you going to do lots of movement? So that's what I mean by daily work. One music program, and I'll introduce this again to you, but Music Play by Denise Gagne is one of my favorite sort of series of music programs. So if you wanted to say you're going to use that, that's fine. I want you to think of 5 music units and 2 music projects that will be attainable to teach and fulfill numerous concepts and skills. Very similar to what you did with your ELA. Fill in the year plan with X's or check marks to show which units projects will fulfill specific concepts. Include realistic timelines. Again, take into account Halloween, Christmas holidays, spring break, PD days. Try to finish units up before big breaks so that you can come back fresh. This time, I do want you to include formative and or summative assessment allocation to illustrate student understanding. So, and if you include a summative assessment, please identify the type of summative assessment. So I'm going to show you a template so that you know what's going on. Here's your rubric. I'll leave that with you to have a look through, and it is 15% of your final grade. I have compiled some tips for creating a year plan that I have found in colleagues in the past have maybe not thought of, and so I've been compiling these over the last few years. So just have a read through these. Just so that you don't make the same mistakes as your colleagues in the past. And please just use the Medicine Hat should be capitalized, Medicine Hat Public School Division school calendar for actual days so that you actually get a sense of actual dates that you should be using. Okay, let's look now at, this should be familiar. This is basically the same template that you used for your ELA one. I just put on here, this is an exemplar. This only has rhythm filled in, but you need to fill in all the specific expectations. So again, here's some daily work. Here's some program work. What are some of my units? And we're going to be going through what these units would be, what kind of a project, and so we can do hand drums and a musical Could You Hug a Cactus in there. Here are those general learner expectations that I alluded to in, let's see if I can bring it back, that I alluded to, sorry if this makes you sick. Here, this is the general learner expectation that I got from the curriculum guide in there. And basically, these will not be used in your numbers, in your units, but I think it's good, again, to have this sense of where you're going in the music program. Okay, so then I just gave you a little bit of an example here, and then for the assessment, I'm going to do summative and formative. So I'm going to do 4 summative, and I'm going to do singing ostinato performance quiz. So I'm going to actually give them a little quiz in there. Ostinato is just a repeated pattern that you would do underneath. So I would quiz them on whether they can sing and actually play this ostinato as well. And here for my summative and formative, I want to put in here, actually, I'm going to do a bi-weekly popsicle stick dictation for the different rhythms. Okay, so I want you to be thinking about that. Okay, so that's the exemplar. What else is on? Oh, here are your grade groupings. So this will be your group. So there's between 4 and 6 people in each group, and again, you'll be working together. You can divide it up however you want, and then you just hand in one assignment for the entire grade. Okay, let me get rid of that. Here is the template. Again, this is on Blackboard. I have filled this in for you just because I did, and then you will fill in all of the specific learner expectations here for your particular for your particular grade, and then write any references. So if you, you actually found some amazing stuff on hand drumming, or you found some amazing stuff on different musicals, then put that in here so that you can find it later on in your career. Oh, look at that. There's John. And that's it for, I thought I had one more document, but I don't. So hopefully that will give you an idea of what's going on for assignment 2. All right, take care.